Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. Here we go. Let's meditate on Krishna's holy name. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gauranga Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Okay, let's chant some japa before in case I get kicked out of our spot here today. So we'll have some chanting in here. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Be right there. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, back here. Krishna Krishna, get the beat back. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama. Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama. Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama. Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama. Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna. Oh, okay. This is for somebody on Twitch. This is called chanting. We're chanting these names of these mantras or names of God, and they're the cause of spiritual elevation and spiritual happiness. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's what we're doing here, and yeah. So welcome to join us. It's just the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, and I chant some other names, but you can just listen to the vibration, see if it elevates you. Okay, thank you. And so this is a meditation hour here. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari. So thank you for joining, and not a God. Well, anyway, you don't know. Krishna Krishna. So you can either stay with us and try it out or not. Hare Krishna. We've been doing this for years and years and years, and we stay with it because it is our God. Krishna. You can try it and find out. I mean, see if you can find a better God than this one. And I'll join you. If you find a better God than this one, then I'm all for it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, say Allah, Allah Akbar. Okay, yeah. I mean, I am saying it. There's only one God. Yeah, that's God also. Hare Krishna. You come here and you'll see how it's all fits together. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. This is our chanting meditation, so this is the time we're doing this. No Discord, no. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Hari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gaura Krishna Gaura Krishna Gaura Krishna 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 Krishna. I was talking, Amy, to this person on Twitch. You can't see Twitch and these other platforms. They only appear on here. So anyway, this is what I get for getting involved in these things. These people don't have faith in the Krishna yet. They got to come down to that level. They still, usually a waste of time. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Attraction to Krishna is the most important thing in the world, man. Attraction to God. I mean, real attraction, ecstatic attraction. And so we're lucky to have that here, have that deep attachment. And this is where you're going to find it. Most people have, their attraction is weak. It doesn't bring it not to the point of tears. That's when you begin to know the real God. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, we've got that here. So don't ever lose. That's the treasure. That's worth more than gold, is attachment to Krishna. It's usually very hard to attain. Yeah. So anyway, we heard about that yesterday, how rare it is, and it's so easily given here. So protect that, like protecting your money, and you don't throw money on the ground or let people thieves steal it so easily. So watch out for people uh, who steal your wealth. Attachment to Krishna is usually very, very hard to get. Look at the Vaidis; they have very weak attachment. Yeah, so we're in the right place. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Yeah, that's true. Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, Krishna, Krishna, Radha, Radha, Krishna, Krishna, Radha, 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 Radhe, Radhe, Radha, Radhe. Radha Rani, 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Radha, Rani. Radha Rani, 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 Radha, Radha, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, Radhe, Radha Rani, Radha Rani, Radha Rani. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Advaita, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Gadadhar, 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 Srivas, 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 Bhakta Vrinda, Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Let's just open the book somewhere, see what we find. Hanuman was the only other devotee of the Lord who had received such causeless mercy as Murari. See, Hanuman was the only other devotee of the Lord who had received such causeless mercy as Murari. Murari Gupta, now fully immersed in an ocean of bliss, went home treasuring Nityananda and Vishwambara in the inner recesses of his heart. Murari was drinking the nectar within, and his behavior became inconsistent. He would say one thing, but do quite something else. Loudly chuckling to himself, exuberantly, he called out to his chaste wife to bring food, and he hurriedly brought his plate. That's attachment to Lord Chaitanya. See, that's the greatest wealth that these devotees had. They were family members. See, that's what it's all about. Becoming a family member of those who are family members of the Most High, who gets you the most. You know, the Most High is who gets you the Most High. That should be your God. Shouldn't it? Wasn't that a good standard? You know, whoever gets you the Most High is the Most High, is the Most High God. If they don't get you high, you got a pretty low conception of God. You need a very high, intoxicating conception of the Lord. Okay, I'm going to pick up some verses from Bhagavatam. We'll just like roulette. We play the roulette with verses we find here. So Vedavyas says to Narada Muni, the Supreme Lord, personality of Godhead, is himself. I think he said, well, one of those two say it to each other. Yeah, transcendental gambling. Oh, music. Okay, thank you, Janaki. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is himself this cosmos. And still he is aloof from it. See, he's this cosmos. Everything is him. You know how this people say, hey, it's all one. You know, it's all one. It's true. It's all the one. See, it's a person. It's all the one. It's not it's all one only. It's all the one. See, it's all Krishna. It's all God. See, he himself is this cosmos. See, it's all his energy is this cosmos. And still he is aloof from it. He's aloof from it. It's kind of like, how our bodies, this is us, right? Well, our body, bodily, this is our body, right? But you're kind of aloof from it. You don't really identify with it because it's external. It's external. who you identify with who you really are. And that's the same thing as God. See? God is spiritual. The material cosmos is material, but God, he's aloof from that. He's detached from that. Why? Because he's attached to the spiritual potency. He's more attractive, more interesting, more happiness in that. He's attached to that. There's more. See, that's the whole thing this is about. See, because you got to become like the Lord, and that's what we do by completing our service, man. Completing our service, hearing, chanting, remember. The Lord made it very easy. He's giving, look at Narada Muni. Yeah, yesterday we read Narada Muni. The Lord appeared on the seat of his heart, and tears poured out of his eyes. And then the Lord says, "Well, sorry, I'm not going to see you till the end of this life because I hardly appear in the hearts of people who are incomplete in their service and are still, are not completely free of material contamination." So Narada Muni had to wait his whole friggin' life for another appearance. And look at us, many of us, and that could be all of you, have so many appearances of the Lord in your heart every day. And you don't think it's really true, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? You don't think this is the most important thing in this whole world for everybody? Narada Muni, look at the perspective. The Lord appeared one time. And tears roll down. If you can identify this, have you anybody out there had the Lord appear in their heart? How do you know? The symptoms of tears pouring down your eyes. And now you're in touch with the true Lord. He's purifying you now. See, perceiving. And so because of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and the real line, when you're in the real line, you're going to have more spiritual experiences. And when you're in the false followers, the false line, you're not going to have spiritual experience. They'll be less frequent, if any at all. Most Vaishnavas not even awoke because their gurus are not awoke. You got to be woke, man. This is the time to be woke. If you're not woke now, you're in danger of becoming part of the wokes out here. The wookie wokes. The unawoke wokes. They all think this. See, they think they're awoke. Those woke people, they think they're awoke, but they're not really awoke. Even people on a little higher consciousness could see that. These people are not awake. They can walk around thinking they're awoke. That's like Vaidhi Bhaktis. That's like the people in Vaishnavism today. Gurus and their followers, all of them, everyone I met, they all think they know. Yeah. Oh, Narayan Raj followers? Did you learn from your guru? What did he teach you? Yeah, we know all about Krishna. Yeah. Yeah, where's the love of Krishna? Because without love of Krishna awoke in you, you don't know much about Krishna. You're a superficial, speculation part. You're not an experienced devotee who could say, yeah, Krishna's like this. Yeah, he appeared in the seat of my heart. He does that often. Yeah, tears roll down from my eyes. Wow. Thank you for the confirmation that that's God. See, that's why these books are so important. Where do you hear it? Teachers or teachings? Can our sons and our daughters and our spouses teach us these things? No, the book can, but can the book teach us these things alone? No, that's why the Lord has a spiritual master. That is awoke. He's awakened. Then he looks at the book. He understands because they're Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. What kind of guru, come on, man, let's wake up. Wake the fuck up, people. What kind of guru is that? They're not Bhagavad Gita 10:10? To those, they don't worship Krishna with loving ecstasy. I mean, pure love ecstasy with tears rolling down their eyes. You ever seen your guru's tears rolling down their eyes chanting Hare Krishna? Probably not. I haven't seen any. A lot of pretenders. Oh, yeah, it's in there. I'm holding it back. See? And you wonder why people are not awakened? You wonder why they look over here daily. I'm just quoting the confirmation in the scriptures. Daily, you could see people, they chant Hare Krishna here, and tears roll down their eyes. See? And great love appears in their heart for God. And they speak so many beautiful things, so many conclusive things about God that they're experiencing. And these people walking around like that, these Democrats, we're wokes. No, you're just programmed by people who are not real followers of Krishna, just like people in the world. They're programmed. They're programmed by the demons, in the mains. They all have material motives and everything. That's your gurus, man. You're programmed by them. They take the scriptures and they twist them and everything. We have to untwist those scriptures that you've heard. Show them as they are. The devotee has to be those scriptures. You have to see, wow, this devotee aligns with the scriptures. That's the real path. The alignment, see, is a line, the real line. See, line, straight line. Back to Lord Chaitanya, man. Oh, that ecstasy makes the line very straight. Ecstatic worship. Otherwise, you got a crooked. The line is crooked. And crooked, you become a crook. See, you steal, crooks steal, right? They steal your attention. They steal the real words of the Vedas, but they're actually hidden from them. You don't want crooks. You don't want a crooked line. See, crooked. You want a straight line to Lord Chaitanya. That's why it's fast here. You see, people get there quick here because straight line to the goal, not, oh yeah, first I have to go through this false friggin' acharya, this false spiritual master first, and I got to spend a few lifetimes with somebody who doesn't really know Krishna, and they say they know, and I have to be with this liar, cheater, hypocrite, who's misrepresenting the real line, and I got to do that for a life or two or three, or who the hell knows? See, and you wonder why Narayan Raj says, "Oh, it'll be many lifetimes before you get prema." Because you're doing one of those, you know? Yeah. Yeah. See? You're not following the formula, man. Formula is very simple. By the action of the book Bhagavad, right here, we got it. That's why Prabhupada spent so much time, writing these books to get everything in alignment. See? For a real spiritual master empowered by the one who empowered the writer of this book. See? Now you got the formula. When you got the book Bhagavat, then the words, see, the formula rings true. Otherwise, you'll lose faith eventually. Oh, this Krishna consciousness doesn't work. You know how many people left? Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Oh, but it works here, doesn't it? Huh? Why? Because by the action of the book Bhagavat, and if you have a devotee Bhagavat, which I haven't found one out there in Vaishnavism, not even one living one, not one. Not one who could prove that they even had ecstatic devotion, much less their followers. All false lines, all ridiculously false. And people believe they're true. No. The real line is by the action of the book Bhagavat and a real devotee Bhagavat. See, who preaches the real book Bhagavat in there and explains it and clarifies and gives you the proper purport, the real purport, right? Brings tears to your eyes when you hear that. Oh, wow. We're getting people waking up here. See? That's the real line. You need the book Bhagavat. We got that. You need the devotee Bhagavat. You obviously have that. Do I have to say? No, I don't have to say because we do. If you've got the book Bhagavat and a real devotee Bhagavat, that's the formula for what? Love of God will awaken in others according to their capacity. But they will be progressive if they're sincere. It's all Jesus is the formula. Jesus was the formula. That's why they got the Holy Spirit. He had the essence. He would pull out the essence of the Bible, and he was empowered by the one who inspired the one who wrote the Bible, or these prophets like Isaiah, the same God, Moses, the same God, with a new message to make it easier. See, he had book Bhagavat. He was the devotee Bhagavat. Therefore, what happened? Holy Spirit awoke in people who took shelter of Jesus' word. See, word. Word in the book, word in the mouth. That's God's word, man. When you hear the word in the book from from a devotee, that's God's word, because it's as it is and it's potent. See, you abide in that word, then it's just like the book of John, chapter 1. Those who received Jesus, received his word, were born not of flesh and blood, not of flesh and blood, born of the word to become sons of God and daughters, sons, friends of God, intimate friends and beloveds and maintainers. See? You got to be a maintainer too. Hey, man, if you're woken up, you got a new baby, man. You better feed that baby, because if you don't, that baby won't cry. The baby will develop aversion, you know? Well, actually, you'll develop aversion for your baby, man. You don't want to do that, because this is the food for the baby, is the truth, the conclusive understanding of the absolute truth. Sadhu Sangha, man, most important thing, food for the baby. See, then the baby will grow up and become strong. Otherwise, the baby will be weak and weakened, and maybe even, and in a sense, die. You know what the death of that baby is? Yeah, just gets covered over, and you lose connection with that baby. Could be one life, could be 1 year, could be 10 years. Who knows? Who knows? But watch out. He is aloof from it. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is himself this cosmos, and still he is aloof from it. See, he's aloof. Yeah, see, he's absorbed. That's why, you see, only the Father knows the Son. Jesus said this. Only the Father knows the Son, and only the Son knows the Father. And the Son can reveal the Father, the true nature of the Father to whom he chooses. See, the Father, the Father is a spiritual being, spiritual personality of God, and he's God. See? He knows the Son, that was born of him, firstborn. See? Knows his son. That's like Brahma, firstborn. And if you hear the Vedas through a authorized son who's been born, you know, firstborn, see, they're born of the word. So they're born, usually what happens is in another life, they took shelter of Vaishnava, like Narada Muni did. If you examine his life in the Bhagavatam, which you can only know these things through these scriptures, these holy books, truly holy, see? Eternal books, eternal path. He heard from real sages the Bhagavatam, and then the modes rolled off him, man, and he became attracted to chanting the holy name. The modes. If you're too much in the modes, you lose attraction to chanting. You become adverse to the name. That means you're accumulating the modes. When you're washed off from the modes by the association of family members and chanting and hearing in their association, oh, it's very attractive to read these books, read Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya, the Srimad Bhagavatam. See, and when you're too much associating with world and worldly people who have no faith in the name, they have no faith in this path, and you get absorbed in their energy, what happens? Oh, I'm not interested in this anymore. I'm not chanting. That's how we started. When you're born, man, see, you're still a baby, man. You need the care. You still need to be nourished by the spiritual master and the devotees of the Lord, which you have here. Take advantage, people. Take advantage. You think this is always offered? You think this is always around? Look how many Vaishnavas that are still not even awoke, not even awakened, cannot even appreciate being awakened. They may spend a few lifetimes like that and not attracted to real devotees, which they have access right here, right in front of their faces, man. They can see what real devotion is, what real intelligence is, what real logical presentation of the path is, because the Lord is truly with us in his spiritual form, because he's aloof from everything else. He's not interested. He just glanced at the world and it started working. And people take shelter of what the Lord is aloof from. Can you see how that works? The Lord is aloof from this world and all these worldly things going on. He's aloof. He's like, you ever seen a person in school? They're aloof from being taught by these stupid professors teaching you nonsense and you're not even interested. That's probably like Lolita, dreaming. She dreams a lot. I saw that in Mexico. She just goes off and starts dreaming about things like Krishna and Guru and all these things. See, dreamers, they start dreaming about what's important. See, that's the Lord, This is it's only the dreamers who take shelter of this material manifestation and its inhabitants and what they speculate on, what they don't know, because all this, all these false paths that lead nowhere, basically. The path of fruitive activities, it puts you in a loop, an endless loop of fruitive activity. You live and you're a fruitive worker and then you die and you got that energy and then you say, I got to come back to this world because I got things to do, man. I got things to accomplish. I want to I want a lot of dreams I want to manifest. See, desire for the material, and the Lord is aloof from that. There's a reason, because he's absorbed in the spiritual energy. What do you think we're here for? To absorb ourselves in the spiritual energy that the Lord is, and we automatically become aloof and we do our duties in the world and everything. But we know, hey man, spiritual energy is more interesting, more fascinating, more real. It makes us eternal. And you're not even thinking, you just, hey, I just want to associate with Krishna forever. That's what I'm experiencing. All I know is I want to associate with this Lord forever, man. That's why regularly I want to come and associate with the Lord. I don't have to be fanatic. I got things to do in the world, you know? Yeah, but I come regularly. I don't want to, I want to, this is really the most important. I want the forever trip with God, not a temporary thing that gives me birth and death and old age and diseases. That's our worldly life, man. They we must come to the point of being a bit aloof from it, right? Aloof means, you just go through, you got sons and daughters. You become like Lolita. She has grandkids and all that, and she sees them once in a while, and yeah. So what? It's okay. It's our duties in the world. I mean, do you want to be like, or you want to be, I got to be with them. That's so important. It's all important. My material life is so important. I can't see anything. You want to be like that? Well, you're a fucking stupid fool. Come on. Don't you want spirit? Don't you want an intimate relationship with God? Don't you want to be free forever and eternal? Don't you want to become intelligent? You think you got intelligence like that? That's what too much attachment to the world has. What's your only option? You got to counteract that being too much addicted to this material manifestation, which it just causes birth, death, and old age and disease. You got to counteract that by becoming involved in the spiritual potency, and the Lord has made it so easy. So easy. People are awakening so easy. You can have spiritual experiences every day that'll nourish you, nourish your soul, and then everything goes nice in the world even. and you stay on the real path like God, he doesn't ever deviate from this. He doesn't deviate from love for his devotees, and his devotees, his advanced ones, don't deviate from love for him because they know that's real. And this world is worthy to be aloof from, but you can't do it artificially. You got to just follow the simple process. The Lord has made it so easy. He's given us association with real living devotees who have God living inside them. Truly, genuinely, that spiritual Lord. He's not aloof from us, because we're not aloof from him. You want to live a life being aloof from God and God's devotees and adverse to them? No, if not if you have some good sense. And that's why you need spiritual master till you start to grow up and get strong and intelligent. Amy says, everything you say is inspired. The bottom line is that this preaching and this association plants and grows the seed of true love of God and cultivates that intimate relationship with God. Absolutely. I'm so glad I never had any material goals. This is something I thought and was told is a fault of mine, a very undesirable quality to be into material society. But I see it as a blessing. My only goal is to be close to God and be free eternally. Yeah, I mean, see, that's intelligent goal. Yeah, see, that's why you see the spiritual master, even like Jesus, spiritual master. He says they all say the right things. Seek the kingdom of God, and all else is added. Everything comes naturally, easily. Yeah. Yeah. See, God makes it easy. Oh, you're my devotee. Oh, you're dependent on me. Oh, well, it's my duty to make everything work for you. Oh, threefold miseries. Just by my association, you'll be free because, I'm the spider. Krishna's the spider. God's the spider. And the web is the threefold miseries. What's that web to me, man? I'm in control of the web. See? So that when you take shelter of the supreme controller and you know how to do it through proper understanding, and following the process Lord Chaitanya preached. I'm just here to, to follow that process myself, as best as I can, you know, and and to share it with others and remind myself, remind you, remind everybody, hey, let's follow the real process to get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of this material illusion. Even while we're here, the Lord, we have his solace. Oh, don't worry. Oh, Lord Chaitanya's grace place. This is my people are there. My people. They like me. You see, don't we prove that we love the Lord, that we like the Lord? See, that's why you got to be careful. You don't want to be adverse to this family, man. That's danger, red flags, because that's the whole problem in Vaishnavism. See? That's why a great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion differs from others. And the people there, their opinions differ from what we understand and what we what we understand here. Because our understanding leads to real love. And the symptoms that are described in the scriptures, the higher ones, the highest ones, like Chaitanya Lila. Okay? And most of Vaishnavism are adverse to who they're worshiping. They don't know who they're worshiping. You see, that's why it takes a Jesus-like personality to come and to remind people and teach people properly, like Jesus came to the Vaidi lady at the well. Chapter 4, Book of John, perfect example of Raganuga preaching. See, I'll say this to you Vaishnavas out there, all of you, you're gurus too, because you all are in the same category from what I ascertained. Yeah, I don't see anything different. You're like that woman at the well, and this is the preaching to you from Jesus and a person who has realized what the kinds of things he's realizing. Okay? You have to go all the way to India to worship God. You have to go to the wailing well and wailing wall over in Jerusalem to worship God and wail and cry, where are you, Lord? Where are you? When are you going to come to me? And he doesn't come so easily, does he? You're wailing for lifetimes. He doesn't come. Why? You have to go all the way up to the Himalayas to go and see Badrik Ashram, to see God. Big long trek. People walk there now. But the Lord doesn't want. He wants to make it easy for you. He wants to be worshiped in spirit and truth. And what does that mean? Nobody knows. No Christians really. What is it? Spirit and truth. Spirit and truth. Then they speculate on all that. Spirit, yeah, spirit, man. What is spirit? Spirit is ecstatic devotion. Thank you, Vedas, man, for explaining the facts. Satchitananda, that's spirit. See, ecstatic love of God is spiritual. Material emotions are material, aren't they? You ever see materialists? We have some in our Sangha still. They think materially. They don't think like godly people yet. They're not awakened enough. They think about mundane things and they wonder why the fuck they're unhappy. See? They're not awakened yet. And when you're awakened, you think spiritually. You think spiritual thoughts. You think about the one you really love. Not if you really love the world, then you're going to have the worldly trip, man. It's like this, a roller coaster, and confusions and miseries and ups and downs, and usually lots of downs. Is all day you become a Debbie Downer. To me, a Debbie Downer is a positive and negative. I mean, and don't try to imitate this. Debbie Downers to me are positive and negative people. It doesn't give me any happiness. And thank God for that. You're lucky to have somebody like that in your life that don't get happiness and get, wow, this guy's a positive thinker. Wow. BFD to me. I'm on the fifth goal of life. The fifth path of life is the devotional service to the Lord, man, making the Lord happy. Now that's connoisseur. See, that's liberated souls do that path. See, that's what's here. Oh, I made my son and daughter happy. Yeah, BFD, man. What is that? They're happy and then they're sad, and then they're happy and they're sad, and you're on that trip with them. Or you associate with people who are happy and sad. That's material emotions, and you wonder why you have some aversion. Is because, see, being too intimate with people. That's why you get spiritual emotions when you associate with spiritual people. I mean, isn't that logical? What do you like better? Come on, man. What do you like better? You like those spiritual emotions? Do you like attachment to these beautiful books? Or do you like not being attracted to what's eternally real? This book doesn't die, man. Yeah, when the whole creation is destroyed, everything, your sons and your daughters and the world and the buildings and everything you've accumulated in this world materially, this book does not die. This knowledge and conception is eternal. That's why we take shelter of this stuff. And when you become attracted to it, there you go. You're wealthy. You won the lottery. Attraction. The thousands and thousands and millions of Vaishnavas are not attracted to these books. They're jerked around by their gurus who confuse them, manipulate them, just like the world, like the popes. They poopy popes and they got poopy Vaishnava gurus. They manipulate you. Work, work, work. Put money so we can stick it in our pockets. Build more temples and buildings that we can sit on the high seats, put our fat and skinny asses on those high seats and get worship like gods. See? Those are the ones, they don't have attraction to these books. If they did, they would never work. If you had a real attraction to this book, chapter 1 of All of these books, Bhagavad Gita even, you would never worship any of these gurus if you had attraction, because God would show you it's bullshit, man. You're being bullshitted. They got no love of God. They are not qualified to bring you to Vrindavan, and you wouldn't worship them because God will save you from being under that. You'll be under the truth. See? Under the truth. But because people lack the awakening of spiritual love, he sends a real guru, man. In some lifetime, you get a real spiritual master. And when you develop faith in that guru, because they tell you the truth, man. Now you get attracted. See, and there you go. You became wealthy. We made many people wealthy here. But you cannot give wealth if you don't have wealth. And people don't know what wealth is. Well, they think wealth is the false ego. They think wealth is the pride of these gurus. Oh, yeah, man, I want to be like these gurus. I want to be sannyas. I want to be adored. I want to be worshiped. See? You come here, and it's the opposite. I have people still tell me, "Good, you don't praise me. You praise these other persons." I can't help it, man. I praise those who are making spiritual advancement and are praiseworthy. Yeah. And they don't want it. They're not looking for praise, and you are. See, so you're getting purified. Yeah, it's tough, but hey, what to do? It's tough. The world is tough. The world is really tougher. You know, you just coming here and doing some service. If you can't understand, some devotees, they can't understand what I'm talking about. All this stuff, but they do serve. So just keep serving, man. Do what your capacity is. And that's everything. Bhagavad Gita works here, man. It really does. Bhagavad Gita says, if you can't understand me, you can't really love me purely because you love the fucking world. Then work for me. Work for the mission, man. You want to work for Krishna? You can't figure out how to do that. No. Just work for Guru, man. That's working for Krishna because they work for Krishna. Get connected to the company. See? You're connected to the company here. See, we're connected to the company. We work for the company here. Guru works for the company of Lord Chaitanya. Don't I work for the company? What do you think I come here for? See, I come here for the company of Lord Chaitanya first, and second, you know, something else, preaching or all that stuff. But I work for the company. I endeavor for the company of the Lord because I know without that that relationship, without that friend, nothing will happen. I won't be inspired to do anything. I won't be inspired to say anything. I won't be inspired to chant Hare Krishna because I can't do a dry chanting thing. I'm too fucking spoiled. They do maybe some dry chanting, and their gurus, a lot of them don't even chant because there's no attraction. You come here, Krishna will spoil you. He'll give you some taste. Yeah, I mean, you come here, you become a company man, you work for Lord Chaitanya. Who else there is worthy to work for? What, Jesus' thing? He's 2,000 years incarnation, right? If you work for Lord Chaitanya, Jesus now, he's an intelligent person. You think, wow, this person's smart. He understands that the latest incarnation is Lord Chaitanya. This person understands what I understand because he preached the same thing I'm preaching. He said, listen, Moses had another message. Now God has got a more merciful message for you, one more easy. All you have to do is listen to this message. And I say you Vaishnavas the same thing. Prabhupada had another message for you. See, and also Bhakti Siddhanta, rules, regulations, build temples, work for Krishna. Now the new message is here. Come and listen to this preaching, associate with these devotees. This is the next platform. This is the next level of Krishna consciousness. Whoever's got sufficient intelligence intelligence. If you're less intelligence, well, then you got to work on the chain gang. Work for Krishna. With over there, work for these gurus. Who are cheating you and lying to you. Many of them, because they don't know. They're still under Putana. If you come and even work here, you're going to get a better result because you're closer to the Lord by working. You ever see you go to a workplace, man, and because you're working there, you're associating with the people, right? You could be like in a company, you get a job as the mail clerk. You go and sort the mail or get the coffee for people, right? But you're there in the company, in the company of those persons. That's what's working for Krishna is here. You're in the company of liberated soul, many liberated souls here who have deep faith in this preaching and ecstatically relish it. Deep faith in relishing the holy names. The Lord has accepted them wholly and solely. Solely, see, soul. Accepted their soul, awakened their soul. Now they eat soul food and they distribute soul food, waking souls. See, that's why whatever, if you can't understand me or I'm too hard, just continue working. You're working in the right place under the company. The Lord has given you that intelligence. So a lot of devotees still misunderstand what I say. Not a lot, but some. So, if you have this service propensity, serve here, and it's great. Wonderful. You'll get a huge result. Later, you'll understand everything just because you work. That's because this is all works. Everything works here, like Bhagavad Gita says. It only doesn't work in Vaishnavism as it is today because you have no headmaster. Headmaster of a school, you need a headmaster. Well, that's been appointed here, obviously, huh? That's why it works here. That's why people wake up here. Even if you're a little, crazy and you really deeply attached to the word, you can't understand a lot of this stuff. Hey, if you can do some service here, whatever that is, wonderful. You're going to get a huge result for that. You're going to get the protection of Krishna. Because you're in the right place. You're working for the right company. From him only has this cosmic manifestation emanated. In him it rests, and unto him it enters after annihilation. See, the whole cosmic manifestation, what do you identify with? Can you imagine? Many incarnations you go through. What are you identifying with? Yeah. If you don't make it to self-realization, understanding the true nature of the self is spirit related to the supreme spirit and solidify and bond with that eternal relationship because it's an eternal one. See? Then you go back into the cosmic manifestation. It's absorbed in there and you're just unaware of the truth. And then the Lord spits it out again and your soul is covered with whatever covering it had and back in, and you do it again. And who knows how long it takes. But anyway, look at this. We got this knowledge now. See, you can't understand this through going to a material school. They don't teach this. In college, they don't teach this. Our parents usually don't teach this unless they're, high-level souls, that are in a disciplic line. Even in India, a lot of people are not in they're not in such a line. Yeah. There's where are you going to learn this? Well, sometimes it's here, like it's here now. You have a spiritual master, you have these books. Okay? So we have that. by some good fortune, we've got these books and we've got God. We got Lord Chaitanya. We got faith in Lord Chaitanya. We got faith in his teachings. Some of us. And if you don't fully yet, well, you hang around and you still stick around and your faith will increase. And, just continue serving and everything will increase. Yeah. Yeah. So we're lucky. I mean, we're really lucky to have this. I feel so fortunate to be able to do some service for my own soul and others. It's great. It really is. See, your good self knows all about this. I have only given a synopsis. So actually, Narada Muni is saying this now. Now, Narada Muni is saying this to Vedavyas. He said, your good self knows all about this. Why? Because he wrote the Bhagavatam because he was in the real line. He understood these things. He had this knowledge. We have this knowledge now. Okay? This isn't that the whole problem? That's why when you start to awaken spiritually here, you got to take shelter of this knowledge. Otherwise, you'll go off. You just without this knowledge and understanding of the Vedas, we're going to go off. We're going to go off course because this keeps us on the spiritual course. See, spiritual course. You see that word course? Course usually has to do with eating. What are you having the main course or the dessert course? See, what are you eating? See, oh, well, I'm eating the Bhagavatam, man. I'm eating Chaitanya Lila. I'm eating the name of the Lord. See, that's food. See, stay on course. The right course, the right food. And there's only one food is the association of devotees who are real family members. See, we got that. See, Bhakti Vinod said, if you're awakened, say you got devotion awakened, probably from a previous life, and you really take shelter of these scriptures, and you're really feeling that. So you're awakened, but if you're awakened, you should go alone and do your bhajan like Narada Muni did. He became aloof, like the Lord is aloof. He became and did his bhajan alone until real devotees appeared who have real devotion, real bhakti, have the real shelter of the ecstatic Lord, the true nature of the Lord, Satchidananda Lord. When they appear, oh, there you go. Now you got real friends. Now you got a place to be nourished and nurtured, your soul. Now your advancement is going to increase because of that synergistic association. See? That's why you got quite a few people who are awakened here, who have ecstatic devotion, and this just facilitates the awakening of others. See? Narada Muni was alone. He didn't have this kind of sadhu sangha. He had it in the beginning, but then they left, and he was chanting alone. And the Lord says, "Well, I'm not going to see you for their whole life because you're not complete in your service. Here, you complete your service very quickly. You finish everything quickly because there's so many devotees here who are worshiping on the ecstatic platform, and many more being made. But that's why they need to be nourished and nurtured and brought up right." Brought up correctly to understand the situation. Because without deep knowledge of these books, you don't understand the proper situation, that you're in now. New birth, the holy birth of Radha and Krishna in your heart, becoming deeply attracted to spiritual subject matters, to the spiritual names. See, that brings tears to your eyes. The tears are nourishing that's the drink of the Lord. See, it's the drink of the Lord. It's nourishing with a lot of good drinks. You know. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, this is a good one. Look at this. This is a real choice treasure here. Learned circles have positively. So what is this? Narada Muni speaking the Veda Vyas. Learned circles have positively circle. See, learned circles. See, sadhu sangha. People learned. People who are wise. The wisdom of God. See, they have that wisdom. Learned circles. See, who are learned that way. Positively. See, positively. See, assuredly concluded that the infallible purpose of the advancement of knowledge, namely austerity, study of the Vedas, sacrifice, chanting hymns, charity, culminates in the transcendental descriptions of the Lord, who is defined in choice poetry. See? Choice poetry is the poetry like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Krishna Das Kaviraj. This is choice. See, those who choose that poetry, they are transcendentalists or those who want to be, and those who are inspired to be. See, so the culmination of doing all those austerities, if they bear fruit, study the Vedas, austerities, renunciations, all of this stuff, if they bear fruit, culminates in the descriptions, in the transcendental descriptions of the Lord. What does that mean, culminates in that? Culminates in you wanting to relish that, you wanting to taste these descriptions. Wanting to taste, you have to eat these descriptions. You have to be inspired. You have to be purified. Then you want to speak and relish through your words these descriptions of the Lord, or chanting the holy name. See? You want to taste that. You want to relish that with your awakened transcendental senses. So look how fast you guys, many of you, have not studied the Vedas in this life at least, or did austerities and renunciations, but it's culminating already in your attachment to these transcendental narrations of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna, and the name of Krishna, the name of God, or the names of God. Descriptions by devotees. Do you see how fast it's working here in many people who are sincere? Even some insincere ones, they get it. Yeah, Amy's on the payroll. Yeah. See, culminates in, see, the transcendental narration, descriptions of the Lord. So that's where it's supposed to go. See, but you want to go fast? You want to go slow? You follow what Vaishnavas have been teaching you, including Narayan Raj. You do the austerities and you do that renunciations and you do the sadhana bhakti on the Vaidhi level and you do the rituals and then then you study Rupa Goswami stuff that you don't understand or know because it's not described to you right. These things. You do all of that, and after many lifetimes, prema will awaken. Well, his words are true. Many lifetimes, and prema will awaken on that path. But here you get a like one of those cards. You get one of these. I don't know, some kind of card. Anyway, I was trying to think of that analogy. But anyway, you get you get you get an honorary degree. Here, you come here. Oh, yeah, that's that path, man. That's you see, that's you know how many thousands of years this book is and the ideas, thousands of years. See, the Vaishnavas are still in the old ideas, just like, some even Jewish people, they're in the Old Testament. See, we got Vaishnavas too. They're in the old Vaishnavism, the old Vaishnavism. They're not in the current Vaishnavism. See, current. You're not in the wave, in the current, the flow. See, of Lord Chaitanya's mission. See, we're company people. We work for his company, and his company is powerful. His company is attractive. His company does the work, man. Makes it easy. That's why he came. Why, hey, man, it's here to revive that truth now on the order of Prabhupada, actually, and the blessing of Krishna, reviving Lord Chaitanya's mercy. See, this goes fast. Here, you don't have to look. Fanny didn't have to study the Vedas. See, if you go under Narayan Raj, and I'm just saying what is under him, he'll say, "Oh no, you do all this first. You spend a few lifetimes or many lifetimes doing this. You study. You advance in knowledge and austerities and study the Vedas and sacrifice, all your material desires, no, you can't have any, and chanting of hymns, you go and chant, these hymns, even though you have no feelings awakened yet. And give lots of charities and like that. Oh, you do that for many lifetimes and then prema will hopefully awaken. Or you come here and just look around and say, look, whoa, who is Fanny? She didn't do all this stuff, and she's got some attraction to Krishna. She's following Guru Tattva. This Amy, she has a good understanding about things. And look at this Lalita, man. Look at how ecstatic she likes to read the pastimes of Krishna with such deep attachment and maybe there's something going on over there. That's why how can you expect me to consider any of these gurus intelligent if they can't think like that? To me, intelligence is thinking like that. You know, like seeing things as they are, like, wow, this Lalita and this Govind, look how blissed out they are. Maybe there's something going. They don't think like that. So how can I, to me, that's intelligent. You know, isn't that intelligent? I mean, I ask you guys, isn't it intelligent to think like, wow, I read about Lord Chaitanya and he was ecstatic and tears came to his eyes and he would laugh and cry and same thing with Nityananda, same with the followers. And wow, here's a sangha of devotees and there's some devotees here laughing and crying and blissed out and all of that. And I don't see that anywhere else. To me, this is logical thinking. See, if somebody comes and thinks like that, I think, well, this person's intelligent. This person's seeing things as they are. But I don't see that out there. I don't see Jaipataka like that. I don't see Radhanath like that. I don't see Narayan Raj followers like that. I don't see Radhakund Babajis or their followers like that. I don't see my ex-wife like that. I don't see Mahavir like that. I don't see Meena thinking like that. So how can I consider that intelligence? You show me a better idea. Yeah? Show me, hey, Meena, hey, Mahavir, what's your idea that's better than this? Who's this? Daphne, to Daphne. Keep on hearing. The clarity comes after the purification, after hearing and being cleaned by his word. I wonder why I can't see Daphne's stuff. Let's see why. She probably unfriended me. Let's see. Can't blame her. I'm so tough. Tough. Yeah, she probably unfriended. Anyway, she's here. Yeah. It's purification, man. Yeah, it's a little hard here. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah, and not everybody can take this preaching. Like if you have different attachments and all that. So go to Lalita or Govinda. They they teach you what they just by their presence and by their words, they teach you about how they entered this space, and have got what they got. That's the only way to teach is by applying this knowledge to your life. And they've done well doing that. So they're good examples. Clarity and understand how this works. She asked if it was through prayers. How what works? Yeah, explain how what works. Give me a little more. It's by hearing, and yes, the witness explains how it works. Yeah, yeah. See, because they're examples of how it works. See, Govinda and Lalita are examples of getting the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So they explain naturally from their own understanding how it works. This is the difference. That's Guru, you know, and that I'm teaching some of the higher principles too. But usually just people that already got the Guru Tattva down can appreciate them. But if you don't, you have to become like yeah, you cannot understand anything if you just come once a year. And we all had to hear and hear and hear for years. Yeah. See, that's why you got to listen to them. If you want what they got, you want the freedom, you want relief from the threefold miseries that plague everybody in the world. You want to be free from manipulators manipulating you because the whole world is being manipulated by demigods and demons. You want freedom, you know? Well, that's by following in their footsteps. Yeah. Which Daphne is this one? See, I've got a couple of Daphnes. There's one in America. Is this the one from Scotland or somewhere? Yeah. 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 Oh, the one I met in US. Oh, hi, Daphne. Yeah, yeah. So Daphne, yeah. So yeah. So if you want to understand this, you have to come regularly, man. And that's just this. There's no other way. There's no other way. You have to come regularly and grow on this path. This is a very rare path. Yeah. So that's the only way. You can't just come once in a blue moon. See, like Amy. See, they all say the same thing because they've been listening and see they're examples of how they got what they got. America, yeah, I remember now. Idaho, yeah, yeah. I might be going back up there, a little bit later. I think you're up in South Dakota now. Yeah, we might be going back up that way in July sometime. Although they were impartial by nature, those followers of Vedanta blessed me with their causeless mercy. As far as I was concerned, I was self-controlled and I had no attachment just for sports, even though I was a boy. In addition, I was not naughty and I did not speak more than required. See, they were blessed by the followers of the Vedanta. Bless me by their causeless mercy. Hmm. I like that word. It's interesting, that word, causeless mercy. But it's also, if to look at, there is a cause for that mercy. That cause is the Supreme Lord manifesting. But when the Lord manifests, it's considered causeless because automatically you're blessed. Those who are attached to the descriptions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, okay, the mercy of the Lord just automatically works just because He's present in that attachment. It draws Him. He's only attracted to devotion. Those who love Him, actually love Him, and you can only really love Him transcendentally. Material love is not real love for the transcendental Lord. Transcendental Lord love is spontaneous. See, is from the deep recesses of the soul, awakened soul. See, that's highly attractive. That's called bhakti, devotion for that transcendental Lord. And so just being around a devotee, chanting verses, speaking the truth, or chanting the holy names in ecstasy and that devotional closeness, automatically you get this causeless. Just, the mercy of the Lord is causeless, but you're there in its emanation. See? That's the idea, association of a devotee. Yeah, you can ask for good energy. Yeah, of course. This is thing. But what you'll learn here, Daphne, is you'll learn something deeper than good energy. You'll understand what pure good energy is. See, good energy, the Vedas teach us good energy is in the material world. And it's good. It's good to have good energy. It's a higher vibration than bad energy, or passionate energy. They're different modes of nature: goodness, passion, ignorance. So the good energy is the highest vibration in the world, in the universe, actually, in the universe. But there's a higher vibration than that, and that's what we're connected to. It gives you more auspiciousness in your life. That's called, they have a name for it called pure goodness. We tap into pure goodness. It's the highest frequency of goodness. It's on a higher level than just goodness. Goodness is still within the material universe, and goodness is a reflection of this pure goodness. The pure goodness is the target here, and that's what makes your life work perfectly. It makes it flow beautifully. It gives you more benefit than just good energy. But you can, in the meantime, you can pray for good energy and learn about this pure goodness energy, because it's even more auspicious, more beneficial, more attractive, more interesting. I've been disconnected. Ah, yeah. Yeah, you'll be connected here to something even it's pretty rarely available. So yeah, just come here regularly. It all comes by associating with this new energy, new potency, very rare potency here. Yeah, you learn all these new things, that yeah. It's like, okay, see, Amy says we are transcending these material modes. Yeah, the modalities. Modality is modality, the way things work in the material world. See, well, we're honing in, we're connecting with the way things work in the spiritual world, and bringing that here. bringing that through into this world and showing the world that, hey, if you take shelter of this, if you learn these teachings, if you incorporate this into your life, you'll have a more auspicious life. Your life will be even better than it could be, even in this goodness and this good energy type thing. It's another level of goodness. Yeah, stick around regularly. Yeah, and you will not be disappointed. You will literally transform. There you go. Yeah, you see, get some help from these devotees who've been here. They've been doing the work. Usually I wake up with the most horribly disgusting, intense hatred just looping inside me. It feels like I'm amplifying all these shitty evils and fears of the entire world. It makes me want to explode things. It feels impossible to feel any goodness in this world. It's only transcendental laughter and tears. Yeah. Yeah. Uh. Once only, by their permission, I took remnants of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I became purified in heart, and at that time, the very nature of the transcendental became attractive to me. You see how I said, just confirming all the time. The nature of the transcendental becomes attracted to you. When you, so you need to take the remnants of the food of the Vaishnava. Now, in Vaishnavism, they put it on that the level of the deities, and you eat that food and all that. But you notice how slow that is? Look, they're still not attracted to the transcendental much. They're attracted to rituals and all of that. And they're taking prasad from the deity or from their guru. See, it's not having any real transcendental result. See? So, but when you go to the next level of this thing, that's where it really happens. See, the remnants of my food or the food of any devotee is they eat in front of you and you eat the remnants. See, they're talking about Krishna. They're describing Krishna's glories, Krishna's truths. And you're there listening. You're taking the remnants of their food because this is my food for my soul. My food is to glorify the Lord, the Lord's devotees, the Lord's truths. That's my food. See? And you're here listening. You're eating through your ears those remnants. See? And you get purified in heart. You notice? Oh, and now you start to like to read these books. You like to chant these verses of Chaitanya Leela. See, this works faster. That's slower. See, most of the devotees in Vaishnavism are not attracted like you're attracted because you've been eating these remnants. See, they're all eating with David Beeman. What's his name? Kalmakanta. See, he's still on that level. He doesn't see the eating the remnants here. He doesn't take them in, right? No. He's only interested in material remnants level, the material level. Yeah, give me the food that's been offered to the, or I'll offer food to the deity, even though I don't know who the deity is. He's not aware. The deity's here every day, and we share the deity. We pass the baby around here, all over, and he's saying, "Where's the deity? Where's the deity?" I don't believe. I don't believe, in other words. I don't believe. I don't listen. I'm not listening. He's on a track. I wish I lived with people that understand real bhakti. Well, you do live with people who understand real bhakti. Here, this is living. See, when you say I wish I live, well, this is life, man. This is life. Life is Life is discussing about Krishna, man. There's the life. There. Now you're living, man. If you're really getting it, if you're really ask Lolita if she's living. Are you living with Lolita? Are you living with devotees? How are you living with devotees? How about you, Govinda? Are you living with devotees? How about you, Aman? How about you, Amy? Are you living with devotees? Yeah, see, I'm living with devotees. I don't know about you there, Joe. I'm living with devotees. I don't feel that there's a lack or a distance. We're here together. Matter of fact, let's get yeah, you want to live with devotees? Well, hey, man, you're living with devotees. Maybe you need to get on live here a little bit. I think you're holding yourself back, personally. You know, if you get on more, then you'll get more of this understanding you're living with devotees. Okay, and everybody can come on here now. Let's see some living devotees here. Yeah. Here's the link for those who want to come on. Yeah. Okay, let's see. There we go. So, Amy, you ready to come on today? Come on, man. Let's get some action here. What do you got to say there, Lolita? Give us a word.
I think Andromeda wants to say she lives with family members that are not devotees, and that is a bit difficult to live close with other
Oh,
adults.
yeah.
If they are not on that same platform, it's difficult because she just says, "Yeah, Lalita, it's easy for her because she lives all alone," and that's true.
Oh, yeah.
To
That's true.
look at them,
Yeah.
but still, your Krishna consciousness is something that you carry inside you. You really carry that inside you. You have the more you become stronger, the more that potency is living inside of you. And I want to say to Daphne also, who says, "Yeah, I want. Can I still have some energy and get some energy?" Well, being here at that moment that you asked it, and Guru Maharaj was talking to you, you received that divine energy by hearing from him, by the spirit that he has in his voice, by this whole environment in which he calls God, who is really potent presence here. So you really receive the spirit. This is really mercy that you have here. Um, that's why we come.
That's why we come. I just come for the mercy, man. Man, this is my food, man. I come here for food. Come here to eat. Yeah, you'll see. You know, it's a new kind of. This is. I say it's rare. It's like it's like people that have rich people. They eat caviar and things that common people don't eat. That's us, man. You know, we're people don't know of this food. It's so elite. You know, this is for the elites of the elites. Even the elites don't eat what we eat. Man. They can't. They'd have to come here and eat with us. You know, if you don't eat with us, I mean, we're inviting people to the table. Yeah. But don't make a mess. I mean, some people that come here, they said we invite them to the table and go, and they throw the food around, you know. When it did, they throw it back at me, you know. When it did, you come here, you're this and you're that, and they lie, Hey, come, you sit at this nice table, man. Let's just eat the friggin' food, man. You know, don't don't make a mess of you've been invited, and that's the problem. They come here, they don't know how, they don't have any manners. on those threads. They got no manners, man. They got
No
lie.
table
No
manners.
table manners, man. We try to invite them, but then they have look. They come up and they criticize the host. Can you imagine? We're here offering the food, and they go. You say, "Ah, we don't like this host, man. We're gonna bring them down. Yeah, we don't believe that food is food, right? Right? No, it's this the stuff we eat is the real food. Yeah, they, like that Kamala Kanta, right? He doesn't believe in this food. Also, my family is very sick with physical and mental emotional disorders. Oh, and it's difficult to be empathetic. I really don't want to associate with. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's difficult for her. She lives so, yeah.
Uh, I wonder if did they take the shot? Curious. Anytime, it's so funny. Anytime anybody says they're sick for this and that, I always say, did they take the shot? A lot of times they have.
In Mexico, when we saw weirdo Kurmaracha, he must have taken the shot.
Yeah, it's going around now. People are becoming aware, and they're making these funny things about uh the funny things where they show the old things saying, "Duh, you didn't take that," and blah blah, and it looks so ridiculous now that people went for that. I saved it on TikTok. I'm gonna share it on the completion one, and they're all going, what? You're supposed to be, yeah, this, we need to shame you. And so now it looks ridiculous because a lot of people are aware that they got screwed, man, by that. And they went for this public opinion, like the mainstream media was forcing the narrative on them. And they thought, well, I guess we got to do it because everybody else is supposed to and all that. But now the opposite is the real heroes are the ones who didn't do it. It's so funny how the narrative switching. People are seeing that because already some of the vaccines have been banned from the world. They've took them off the market, you know and of course, maybe you're still not hearing it, but I'm hearing all these things.
Yeah, they give different vaccines to children, for instance. I don't know the names of those child illnesses in English. I don't know, but mazelen,
Yeah,
dicor, and rhodonant. My kids never had those vaccines. They
yeah,
had that illness. They became ill, very
right.
ill, a lot of fever, but I never
Yeah,
gave that. But
yeah,
my niece got it and she died. She was 18 months old.
yeah,
Little child got the
yeah,
vaccine,
yeah.
finished.
Yeah, yeah, finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let your own body, this is the thing. They always had motive on those things. People don't see it. It would the intentions are hidden from the populace. They didn't it's they know we have an immune system, but they don't trust and they don't want us to trust that. They want us to. Yeah, I mean, this is the Maya. This is why you can't trust Maya. Maya is a bitch, man. She lies, she cheats, and she deceives. And ultimately, you just got to know her nature. I mean, I don't hate Maya. I just know Maya. I know this. I learned about Maya. I learned about servants of Maya. I don't believe them, and neither should anybody. When you make this, I mean, that's okay if all you have is Maya as your teacher, because she'll just teach you. She's not a great master, you know, and she'll help you because you don't know how to take shelter of the Supreme Master. I'm here to help people take shelter of the Supreme Master, so you have better direction, right? You have better understanding, more clear, more logical. Isn't that what you see here? When you get purified, you start to see that. Because I take shelter. This is my guide. The name is my guide. It opens that relationship with the Lord. That relationship is my God. And that's what we're here to share that with people. Hey, we have higher guidance beyond the demigod celestial speculations. You know, that's something. You know, the angel worshippers and all that stuff. That's a little bit higher, but we got the best, the clearest, the highest, no speculate, all checkable in by beings that are so amazing. You know, you can't find more better human beings than Rupa Goswami, Chaitanya Das Kaviraj, Raghunath Das, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti, all of them are so amazing. And I just take their shelter and their guidance, you know? And that's all I'm here to share with you and show you that it works and it's fantastic. And the fruit of it is you guys who are taking it seriously. Right there, Govinda, huh? You take it seriously and you're blissed out and you say it works. You're witnesses, just like with Jesus, right? You had witnesses. See, everything that Jesus did happens here. So what's that saying? The same God that was functioning with Jesus and helping him, he couldn't do of his own, right? Gohari says the same thing, because same Lord, but making things even easier. Yeah, isn't
Too
that
right.
what's pointed? Yeah, go ahead there, Govinda.
That's right, man. We live in bliss. We live in this happiness and ecstasy, eternal bliss. We feel eternity.
Yeah,
Gopala Krishna's here. It's no going back to anywhere. It's here, a consciousness that's eternal, blissful, happy. You know, I was listening to Amy the other day talking so enthusiastically. I feel that sometimes the words are overflowing. There's so many dictations coming through. That
yeah,
was such a beautiful purport she gave of
yeah,
her.
yeah. It's great what
I
you said.
was falling over, dancing around the log cabin, shouting and screaming, and I don't know what day it is, what month it is. I have money comes, money goes, but I have wealth that's eternal spiritual wealth, and you gave
Yeah,
it to me. You gave it because I never got it in the religious institutions.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Well,
real.
it's wealth, man, and it spills over. You know, it's like, and the more you share it, the more wealthy you get. It's you understand everything, Jesus. You know, give and it shall be given unto you. And a lot of the Christians are saying, "Oh, it's about money and all that." No, well, yeah. If I mean, if that level is there, but this is even better. You know, you give the wealth of truth. You know, the real wealth is what was the wealth of God. You know, when you share these choice verses of absolute truth with others, oh, that's the highest charity. Is the greatest charity. That's the greatest wealth to the God. You know, he showed that when what was it? Mars Prataparudra quoted the 10th canto verse. And the Lord was so appreciative. Oh, that you've given me treasure. Oh, this is a great, who is this person? Gave me this great treasure. See, that's the Lord in your heart. That's who the real devotees speak to. That's why you get the awakening, because they speak those choice verses as they are, and it awakens the Lord in the heart. That's why the Lord came here to show externally what he does internally. And an intelligent devotee, who he gives the intelligence, you see that. Like Lalita's seeing that too. Ooh, this is going on inside too, you know. See, as you advance, you start to see the outer becomes the inner, and the inner becomes the outer. See, the inner truth of Lord Chaitanya became the outer. And then the outer, you see, that's the inner. See? Tell you, man, I'm amazed myself. He gives me this kind of understanding. That's why hey, man, I'm out here. I'm gonna proclaim this loudly because there ain't anything better than this. This stuff is marvelous. These
And,
truths, gold, right there, Govinda.
and you said when you coming to the UK, I went into an ecstasy. I was
Huh?
when I heard you was coming to UK,
Yeah,
I had to lie down. It was so intense.
really?
It
Wow,
was
yeah, amazing.
really intense.
Yeah.
I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't lied down. I just was so it's just like
Must have been
it's
the
like
right decision, huh?
it's intense. It's so powerful. It's like speed, but without taking drugs. No
Yeah,
drugs, just organic, natural, speedy high.
yeah,
It's incredible.
yeah,
Organic.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Did
fantastic.
you? Is there any interest over in Belgium, or are they just kind of indifferent over there? Malika?
You know,
Freddie, of course, yeah, of course, Freddie, he comes. Radi and Francis, I think as well. That what Freddie told me. Janardana is trying to find a solution how he will come. Will he come with the caravan? I'm still trying to find the flat. I'm waiting impatiently to have that, and otherwise I find something else. Fernando absolutely is coming.
Oh,
Absolutely.
really? Oh, great. Is he coming to Belgium or UK?
To Belgium,
He
first of
wants to come to.
all.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it won't work here, if I can't find a perfect solution, I told him then don't lose the chance to see Guru Maharaj and go to UK. But I do all I can, Guru Maharaj, to provide here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, if it's meant to work, it'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is Amy? Come on, man. We need to juice up this a little bit, man. Come on, man. You know what is this? Here's your chance. Oh, there she is. Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. I didn't see you're down there. There she is. Let's look at Amy. Hi, Amy. Give us a word, Amy.
Yeah, I mean, everything you say, this is absolute treasure. Like I see Andromeda saying living in Maya feels like a pressure cooker. It's just absolute hell, because it is. And this is the only escape, really. This is the great escape, the only way to be able to know how to transcend through this material modes. We wouldn't know how to do that otherwise. And like trying to explain this sangha and how this works, like to somebody else who isn't coming regularly, isn't involved in our vibration, the only thing we can say is like you have to just be involved, like listen regularly, like associate, and then this transformation just happens through this sound vibration. That's really like your words, and this vibration literally is pulling us out of these material modes and pull it, like the Lord comes into our heart. This is all part of it, like, and this comes through the word. The word was with God. God is the word, and this word comes through your mouth and through your true devotees' mouths, and then that's how this transformation happens. And it's a complete transformation. Not only like it's not in your mind, it's not delusional. This is like physically transcending you on even a molecular cellular level, which is why you're no longer vibrating on this like very low level. You're now vibrating higher and higher and higher, and that's how, that's where ecstasy would be, that very high level. And this is
Mhm.
how you bring us to that point, is literally just by listening to you and associating. And of course it has to be regular, because if you're not listening regularly, then you're going to be back into that hellish low vibrational Maya world
Mhm.
where we are, physically. So,
Mhm.
and then you're praying for good energy over here. Please give me some good energy. Like, where's this coming from? Like this is actually physical. Like I always like to say, this is something real, tangible. It's physical. This is not
Mhm.
a delusion in our minds. Like this is actually happening. And the
Mhm.
way you know that it's happening is by being involved in it and coming regularly and seeing it for yourself. Like we always say the same things, the proof's in the pudding, which means come and see for yourself. We're not
Mhm.
lying. We've all experienced it. Any person who's sorry, that was my internet must have done that. But no, like that's how it works, is by being inside of this vibration, which is obviously has to happen on a regular basis. Otherwise, this transformation is not going to happen. Like if you're
Mhm.
trying to lose weight, let's say, and you only go to the gym once a month, you're not going to lose much weight, or you're not going. There's not going to be a lot of results there. It's the same idea here. You come all the time, and then the transformation, will happen by
Mhm.
that regular,
Mhm.
right, by coming regular, yeah, by being involved and experiencing it for yourself. Sometimes it's hard for like me to tell somebody how this works. I almost just want to say you have to see this for yourself. Like this is literal magic, you know. And I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Like I've firsthand experienced this, and it'll change your not only your complete life and your mind, but like physically. I mean, it's like your heart opens up, your frozen heart will melt, and the Lord can only come into your heart once the frozen gates close, melt down, and the gates open, or yeah, kind of, or like all that, like the jungle growth gets rooted out, and then that's how it works. Sorry,
Uh,
I was trying to get my words out. I didn't.
no, they're working good. Working good there. I like your words. Yeah. Yeah, you see, you got to apply this like you're doing. See, you apply, you listen and you apply by coming regularly and really listening to the words, and then the opening, if it's real, if this path is attractive to you and real, and you're looking for shelter, you're looking for a higher vibration and a higher experience of life, then, it works, and that's what we try to share this with others, because people need it now. The vibration now is so low, or it's unless you're in this kind of bubble, you know you got to be in this bubble, man. It's like, that movie Jurassic Park. Did you ever see that one, Amy? The latest one, I think they were in this bubble car. They're going through all these animals, and they were protected in the park in this bubble car. That's what we are. There's all kinds of ferocious dinosaurs and animals and crocodiles, and we're in this kind of this bubble going through this world. And that's the truth, man. Eternal truth. People are being misdirected by ignorance, going always the wrong way, and bumping into walls and hurting themselves, being hurt by people, other living entities who are devouring them, like this thing with this thing. They tell you, here, this is right, and you do this. They want you to do these bad things to yourself. And so that's the world of Maya. Especially now, she's really ferocious. And wow, look, I mean, what a nice offering we have here, to people, you know. And you just got to stay close. I mean, just follow the process, and then we work together, because witnesses come and say, yeah, this does work, and this is giving me a new life, like you're saying, and it's a good one. It's really something to live for, Yeah.
Like what else is there, um what else really is there, I mean, in life? I mean, this is the golden ticket. Otherwise you're just floating around in Jurassic Park. I love that, the way you said that, and it's true. Like, this is a bubble car, and there is just the most terrifying things out there. And the more you're hyper aware, like I tend to be, the more you kind of see these like evils and all this awful things and deceit, hypocrisy, everything, and then you feel just like trapped and lost. Like, oh my God, how can I imagine lifetime after lifetime of being in this Jurassic Park, like horrible. So I love that we're in the bubble, and I feel like not only are we in the bubble car, but it's a bubble spaceship that's about to send us out of here. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, you go neutral. I know for myself is you don't hate anything here. You don't hate the evil and the good, or you just see it for what it is. It's just part of the Lord's energies. And the secret is not to take shelter of them when you have this available. That's our preaching, is to make this more attractive solution than anything else. Because I see even in our sangha, people still taking shelter of other things, and they're still weak, and just, but those who are wholeheartedly into this, that's your examples. If you're not fully into this, keep looking to the people who do, and look how much shelter they get, so how much empowerment they get. Literally, I mean, if you wonder if you have a hard time preaching, it's then keep striving to follow in the footsteps of devotees, and then you'll be like them. Already, their devotees are acting like on the level of the apostles here. which is amazing. It took 3 years for Jesus to get them ready, but here people are getting ready already, and they're being empowered, because you can only really preach what we're doing from an empowered state. You have to have that helper. Otherwise, you won't do very well. You'll be weak and all that. But when you get the helper and then you start practicing, you using that helper and being used by that helper, then it's just it's very exciting, actually. It's like an adventure of a lifetime. Yeah. Had some aches and pains before coming into the restream, and now they're gone. You heal on all levels, spiritual, material. Oh yeah, you had aches and pains, and then it's gone, huh? Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. I tell you too, when you start to come and start, when you start to feel the empowerment, or sometimes you'll feel, if you feel shy and all that, that's your little challenge. The empowerment might be there. You just gotta do it. And cross over, cross the road.
That's
Right, Amy? Does it work like that too?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's we all have these challenges, but you just got to just do it. And it's true. Like when I come on here, I'm engaging. Like my energy will be so wonderfully high, and I mean, I can clearly see that difference.
Yeah.
So high. Even the other day, I had such bad allergies, and I'm watching you. I was watching, but I couldn't come on. Like my nose was itching so bad, and my eyes were so itchy. It was driving me insane. And then like I'm watching you, and I say to you, Gorahari, just please make my itchy nose go away. This is what I say. And I swear to God, for 5 minutes, I had not one itch on my nose. Like, and it just was constant. And I was like, see, confirmation right there. Because I don't know, that's kind of a silly thing to say, but really, I mean,
No,
these
yeah,
things happen, and I do it all the time, like these things like that. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of power here. That's all I'm
yeah,
saying. There's a
yeah,
lot of power,
yeah,
and he's saying it with his aches going away, like things like that. These things really do, like, it's incredible. So it's
yeah,
mind blowing.
yeah.
It is.
Well, when there's a lot of, when Jesus did healings, he would say it's by your faith that you are healed. Your faith in God and God's working. So, yeah, this is how these things work. Fani says, I get my work deadlines pushed and accommodated so easily just by being here. Yeah, you see, it does work. See, it does work a lot. Everything gets adjusted because the Lord is truly, he's in everybody, man. Yeah. Same thing today. The guard was out here. The guard was out and looking around, who's here too long and all that. I said, that's why I wanted to get the chanting, to try to get everything in. And somehow or other, the guard just went over his mind. I just said, Christian, you handle it, man, so we can do our program. And I was even fantasizing. I was thinking, if he comes here, I'm going to tell him, hey, man, we're doing an important work for the world. Maybe he heard it subconsciously. This is really, you should let us just be here, man. We're not like these loafers here, in front of the store, panhandling. We're giving some, and you're a part of that. You're allowed, you should, I was thinking about that. I think he heard it on the subconscious level because nobody bothered me all morning.
So many things like that happen. When
Yeah.
I was taking Sham to the recovery place for addiction, I didn't have a ticket. I couldn't afford it. I had no money to go. But he just opened the barrier. We got on the train. The ticket guard checked everyone's tickets, didn't check mine or Sham's. She had one.
Wow.
We got to the recovery place, took her there. She got to the addiction recovery. I come back on the train, no ticket or nothing.
Wow. It's amazing.
It's like the police in Turkey who picked up everybody in the van except me.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could go home free.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can
yeah,
go.
I mean, it's really true when you're into the Lord, he's into you, and you help the Lord, he helps you. We're assisting the Lord's mission. I mean, what I'm saying is true. We're company people, and the more you really get behind working for this company, you'll see, you'll feel inspired. just like anybody, and even in the world, they're really proud of working for their company. They get a car, they get their paychecks, and they're happy, and they're doing something important. So that's working for this sangha here. I mean, it's God's work. It's Prabhupada's work. I mean, he told me to do this. And it's working. That's why, because it's got the divine blessing upon it. Yeah, you'll see more and more people get it. I mean, we already got we got quite a few people here. For years, I had an empty camera practically, but people's lives are changing, and because it's true, it's very real here. It's it's solid, it's substantial. People change. They have spiritual experience and spiritual awakenings, and where do you see anything? Usually, it's all religion in name only. This is the way it usually is until somebody really connects to the spiritual level. Then it works. Those who really connect with Jesus, they get a spiritual experience. Yeah. And those who are not into the spirit, or they're just bullshitting about they've got spirit, it doesn't work. It never did, never will, Aman says that when I meditate more than 10 hours a day on Maharaj, all the pains in my body vanish. 10 hours, wow. In my body. And Central Methodist Hall Church, it changes the whole atmosphere on the building. People enter and get filled with joy just listening to me chanting Srila Gaur Haridas. Oh. Boy, such faith Amin has, huh? That's amazing. The church has provided me with free bus pass and a huge sofa to sit on and chant. That is amazing.
That's great, because his mum lives at the furthest outer reaches of the city, and he walks there. So that's great.
Yeah.
He meditates for months, man. He meditates for months.
Yeah.
Not that you have to do that, but the experiences he's had of you and of seeing the Goddesses of Fortune, there's a video out there. I reposted it recently. The earth literally moved. He showed me where the bricks come up.
Wow.
He got thrown out the temple during this medical military bullshit, and more people were coming to listen to him than going in the temple. The temples weren't facilitating anybody going there.
Yeah.
Preaching to the whores and the pimps and the druggies. That's when it happened. The innocent people were coming to listen. They liked it. These experiences, amazing experiences, happened. So many in this sangha. Krishna coming to your second student is generic. If everybody could get that in their heads, you'll get that. You'll see Krishna, Jesus, Ramachandra, Lord Chaitanya, everything.
Yeah.
Because of you.
Yeah. Well, God, we're company workers, for Lord Chaitanya's company, and he likes our company. We like his, he likes us. And we're here to teach you what Lord Chaitanya's company is, what is the company, and what is his nature, what is the nature of real devotees and real devotion, Yeah. Yeah, it's true to its name. It's an amazing grace place. Like Funny says. Yeah. So what else there, Amy? What else are you thinking?
Oh, I always remember you saying that, oh, we're company men and women. And like if you love what you do, you never work another day in your life. And I think the only work here would be just like attending regularly, or even like maybe like coming on the live, or like being more like active is like, that's like the work part of it. That would be which is just us trying to overcome our own challenges. I guess that's what I was thinking in a way, but I mean, the work, it pays off, and this is work. This is the real work. Like all of this fruit of labor out there, and people put so much emphasis, especially in America, like work. And if you don't work, you're some kind of an asshole. Like, and It's like you're all of a sudden you're just so useless and you're not helping, you're not contributing because you don't work to do what? Just to buy more stuff and have more it never goes anywhere anyway. And this
Yeah.
is the real work, is like,
Yeah.
is serving God and trying to spread this message and helping other people, because all these workers out there, they're all miserable, they're just working slaves for the just another cog in the machine,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
cog
Yeah.
the wheel that just keeps turning and turning. It doesn't even go anywhere. Hamsters in the wheel. And we don't want to be in the wheel. We want to like do real work, which is, that's the whole thing. Because people who want to serve God, and they really feel this, they know that that's the real work, that's really, and that takes a little bit of stepping outside of society and saying, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this. And yeah, people will, in a way, they're going to criticize you, and it's not
Yeah.
a popular opinion, let's put it that way, like
Yeah.
with society. So but that's when you stand up and say, no, this is the real important thing in the world. Like, that's what you do. You stand up,
Yeah.
and then all these people who are everybody's miserable out there. There's
Yeah.
no cog in the machine that's happy doing it, like,
Yeah.
and even these people who develop all this wealth too, they're not happy either, because when you lack spiritual wealth, you lack everything, and they're empty, and they know it too, and that's why every single person, I always say this, every single person wants this. And it's just when you allow it, like for me, I mean, it's perfect that this all happened in such a wonderful timing, that I wasn't working because of the pandemic. It really worked out well for me, because this all happened, and there's like, it's like just the idea of even going back to like your mind just constantly being on work. And because when you work and you have a job, like, that's all you think about. Your mind is so occupied with the amount of hours you've spent there. Like, when I used to work, I would come home and think about work. I would dream about work. Like, the only thing I thought about was work. Like, just work. Like, I couldn't get it out of my mind. It would be like almost impossible for me. This is me personally, like, to have like been able to experience this vibration, as well as having to be, just be one of the cogs in the machine. I don't know. That was what I was thinking when you talk about company men and women. Like,
Yeah.
this is like the real company, and the only one that is worth working for. I mean,
Yeah, my brother said, he saw me, doing all this preaching, all this. He says, "Go hard. You need." Oh no, he said, Billy. That was my name, Billy. You need to go to work, man. You look at this guy. We're not doing anything, man. You're not doing any. You sit there and talk all day, and that's not work. You got to get a job. I said, "Hey, man, somebody's got to do this job here." You know, this is the work. And yeah, it's easy. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I love this. I love this work. Yeah, yeah. And that he said, "That's not a job. You gotta work your butt off, and you gotta sit like me, sit in the fry cook and the hot thing and run business and all that. That's work. What is this? You sit there and have a good time all day long talking about this God of yours and chanting and all this." I said, "Yeah, but somebody's gotta do everybody's doing your kind of work, and the whole world's going to hell." But this kind of work creates paradise. So somebody's got to do it. So, yeah, that's the thing. It makes your life easier. Just like Fani says, everything gets, even as a householder, everything becomes easier. Otherwise, easy things become hard. It's just kind of how it is. When God is your ally, you got an ally. You got extra help now. Before you're on your own. Well, you got the modes of nature helping you, and she doesn't do a good. She's lazy, she's deceptive. It's like, can you imagine you have a worker and you're a owner of a business, and you got a worker who's cheating you and lying to you and running the business bad, and all of that stuff. That's your Maya. That's Maya. She's not supposed to be like that. Krishna wants to chase you over here, so just come over here, man. And then everything will work nice, as you are, no problems. Mute your mic there, Govinda. I think you're still, there you go. All right. So Pani says, your job is the most difficult one, Maharaj, difficult to imitate and learn. It has to be, yeah, I mean, that's another thing. You have to get this Oh, there we go. You have to get this by appointment, and you stay here long enough, we'll appoint you, you know, and then whatever Krishna has in mind for you is good. Maybe he wants you to stay a householder, and you'll feel it. You think, I like doing what I'm doing, and whatever is needed. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead, Pani. Give us a word.
Yeah, so I think recounting the blessings, that's what we do every day. I mean, I can't, this is the latest one which has happened in my office, so that's why I remember. I have a memory of a fish, so I can't really remember much. But it was so funny, Maharaj. So I was spending, I think, consistently quite some time, and also I was thinking about it. I was probably slacking off a bit. It felt like, but it's like I went to my lead and I said, I might need more time. He said, how much time do you need? Maybe a month and a half, which is completely unheard of. And
Yeah.
they go by, they're like, you're stiff. You
Yeah.
want to fit. It's like, all right. Just make sure that's the date you want to commit to. It's like, yeah, of course, month and a half. I can finish it in a week. But I said month and a half because I know you're coming. I'm going to take a break. All these things
Yeah.
have been a month and a half. I said, all right, easy.
Wow. You see, as Krishna's behind all this stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
a miracle.
practically. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
practically.
practical.
Yeah.
Everyone's got these experiences. Like Govinda, I've heard that thing that he mentioned about the
Yeah.
ticket before. It's like
Yeah.
amazing. There's so many that if you even forget it. It's like
Yeah.
it cements our faith. That's the net effect we have. Our faith keeps growing up. But that's what I want. It's like, but I think for the others and even for myself, I feel it's great to just note these down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just go back and read. It's amazing. To
Yeah.
journal.
Yeah.
I've seen Govinda do journaling, his diary, and he
Yeah.
forgot his pen here last time. I'm going to bring that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But yeah, so it's amazing, Maharaj. I think it's all because of being around the devotees like you,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the good class devotees. It's
Yeah.
like yeah. Um, I think that's what brings all these blessings in our in our hearts and also in our lives every day.
Yeah. Yeah. This thing, the super soul is in the heart of everybody. That's what the Shastras say. The book says it. But who knows that? Only when you're in that flow of the absolute truth does this become practical. Does this become a working model where you see the Lord actually does work through people and actually does make a special endeavor in the devotees' lives to make it easier, to make it more um, just work better? Because that's the whole point of getting this ally, this helper. And without it, we're dependent on the modes of nature, which is it's just a Debbie Downer thing, man. Everything becomes hard. You work by the sweat of your brow. Just like God says, "Oh, you don't listen to my word anymore, Adam and Eve. You go down. You go down to the earth, and you're going to work by the sweat of your brow, man." Because you didn't listen to me. Now you listen to the snake. You believe the snake. Well, everything's going to be harder to you. See, this is practical transformation from listening to the word of God again and bringing us back to that paradise. And because we're not listening to the snake now. The snake is the world. Worldly people, worldly men, worldly religion. Worldly gurus, all of that stuff. We don't listen to them. You see? And we listen to the real guru, the real devotees, see, the real scriptures, and look at the magic. We're getting more all the time. And that's how Krishna wins, because the truth is always more powerful, you know? And I'm seeing now, see, Jesus had to die and do all this stuff, and then the witnesses. But, hey, man, we're already getting this thing floating already here. And I didn't have to die yet. And then later and all this stuff in generations. I think just like, from Moses to Jesus was many generations. But from Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta to this preaching, everything has been speeded up, you know It's kind of like what's happening now in the world. Even everything is they called it quantum or something. There's a word for it where it's everything is speeded up,
Accelerated.
accelerated. Yeah, but there's another a special word for it. I was listening because it was in the crypto field, and they were saying everything has been exponential. Everything now is exponential. It's like making big leaps and bounds, and so spirituality too. What we're doing is making ground fast because very powerful. The real teaching of Lord Chaitanya, very attractive, very powerful. I mean, all of you guys are changing, the way you acting and all of this. It's practically transforming. See, what do we got? Salted bread. Nice logic. Speed it up. Yeah. E to the power of X. Yeah, it's like that. It's very much everything on this spiritual level. Everything's speeded up. Everything. The Maya speeded up. I think the Kali Yuga speeded up because the symptoms of Kali Yuga that are described in 12th canto are happening now. So, and a lot of people, how can that be? Well, hey, just God wants everything. Even Jesus spoke about this. He said, the Lord has sped everything up because he wants to, get people back into the kingdom quicker. He's impatient, I guess. We have impatience here. Well, I guess spiritual impatience too. We right? We want the whole Sangha to increase, right? We want more Vaishnavas, more friends, more workers in the company so we can expand, right? Expand the company. Hey, man, fruit of workers, they like to expand their companies. Why shouldn't we want to expand Lord Chaitanya's company? Get everybody in the company of the Lord Chaitanya. That's all. He's the man. He's the person for the Kali Yuga, right? Yeah. I mean, I take these things seriously. I mean, when it said, he's the latest incarnation. And to think like, well, no, let's take shelter of Jesus. Well, you got to do it the right way. The way we do it, I think, is a good way, is a great way. Yeah. Lord Chaitanya gives me more realizations than any Christians I've ever met about Jesus. And they just worship him. I worship Lord Chaitanya. I get better realizations about Jesus that they're worshiping. That's just logically why I take shelter. I just want the best, right? Go for the best, the mostest. I think Jesus is like that. I think he's an intelligent person too. If Lord Chaitanya was here and he was here, I mean, like in the body and doing, I know he would be with Lord Chaitanya. Why wouldn't he be? Isn't Jesus intelligent? He should be more intelligent than I am, So why wouldn't he go for Lord Chaitanya? I don't know. Maybe these are crazy thoughts. I don't know. They make sense to me.
Also, like, I get so many realizations about Jesus from listening to you. So in a way, this is all happening and like, going down the line, because I'm always like, when I read the stories of Jesus, I'm like, oh, that's just like what Gurahari said, or that's exactly how Gurahari acts. And like, I get so many realizations about all these things from listening to you and how you explain everything.
Yeah.
All the time. That always happens. So you're exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's why I went. There was a time I went back and forth from Jesus to Lord to Krishna, and I really was. I just go all in on everything, So I went all into Jesus, and I rejected Prabhupada, and I had Jesus wrestling with Krishna, and Jesus winning, being stronger. I posted. That's why they post all these old things, man. They just any dirt they can find, they want to post, and yeah. So I went all in. But what I learned from all these experiences is that Lord Chaitanya is the latest incarnation, and Jesus led me to Lord Chaitanya. I finally got it, Otherwise, I wouldn't have been. I wasn't going to accept anybody that didn't know God as good as him. And that's when I got Prabhupada's book. I said, this person also knows the real God. And yeah, and And just coming back to that again and again, I realize, yeah, it's definitely stronger. It's definitely what we should do. And if Christians have sufficient intelligence, they would do it. If they don't, well, then they stay with their Jesus and do, or you don't have sufficient intelligence on the Vitae, you just stay on your Vitae thing. Because those people on the thread that are all criticizing, who the heck would want to be with them? I don't want them in the way they are in our Sangha. Would you? They're just mean and they're just lying. And who wants lying? One guy blatantly making up stories about what I did, saying like, I mean, like them presenting me as like some real cheater, man. And I invited him to a hot tub with 5 nude ladies, and then I was going to give him one to have as a wife, and he plays the role like, but I was married and I would do that, have child, I can't do that, and go hard. Complete fabricated stuff. I'm amazed, and this guy calls himself a devotee. How do they do this? How do they justify lying like that in their own minds? It shows you demons are actually infiltrated in religion. Literally, only a demon could do so. Would have no conscience to completely fabricate stuff. I can understand speculations, somebody imagining that I'm doing, but to actually fabricate things means that is a demoniac person, completely with no scruples, no what do they call that, conscience, and would do things like But that happens, That's what I'm seeing. That's what some of these gurus are like that. They have no scruples, you know. Demons, literally demons, envious, jealous, and all of that. So, hey, man, where are you going to go? There are tigers everywhere. Stay in this bubble, and then we can motor around in the world, right there, Amy. Just motoring around, and everything will be blissful, and we'll invite people into the bubble if they want to come. Hey, you want to come in our Maserati car? It's great, man. Goes so fast that none of these little demons or devils can latch on. We just speed around the world. What else, Fanny? Give us a word.
Actually, sometimes I feel I'm so happy I didn't stick with Prabhupada the way I knew him, because I would have never known him in full if I didn't come here. Honestly, the fullest extent to which Prabhupada actually wants to give it, I think he didn't do it. I'm so convinced by it, because it's not just the ecstasy and those things, right? It's the understanding that you give us. It's the
Yeah,
that you give us. Both of them together, I think.
yeah,
And the Vaidis are just stupid to just ignore, the conceptions that you give, and
yeah,
then they just blaspheme and then just go away, like
yeah,
little kids who don't understand what they're
yeah,
even reading. So I
yeah,
wouldn't pay. I mean, actually, I'm so happy myself to not have just gotten stuck to that idea. That no,
yeah,
this is it. This is
yeah.
what is going to get me there. And you actually broke me out of the mode of goodness trap, which is another
Ah,
thing. Which is I think which is a trap which I didn't even realize how deep it goes. And
yeah,
and I always deny every time devotees used to point out, devotees in this sangha used to point out. It's like, no, that's not being attached to goodness. But now I see, I mean, to the extent to which I see now, I know there's no more to be learned and more to be seen in the
yeah,
future. It's
yeah,
amazing,
yeah,
deeper clutches
yeah,
of mode, so wide and deeper that we are under it, we don't see it. But when we hear from a guru like you can see, oh, that's what I've been attached to. So now I can feel that freedom. It's like,
yeah,
yeah, no, that was a clutch of mode of goodness, but I
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's that like it's like the devil disguised as an angel of light in the mode of goodness. It's yeah, and so you got to dance on the hoods of all the modes, and that's the secret. Otherwise, you can't get through these things. See, did I get? I'll gotta get everybody up here. Where's Fani? Okay. Oh yeah. Oops, I think I knocked him off because yeah, anyway. Yeah, you can come back on, Fani. So you gotta, your consciousness has to be above the modes. That's the whole Bhagavatam. See, the real Bhagavatam is above the modes. See, they don't hear that in ISKCON. They hear things within the modes of nature. That's why they hone in on regulative stuff. The scriptures and the rules, the regulations, the ceremonies. That's why that's also in the scriptures for people in that level, even in the mode of goodness. And they start to believe that that is the highest thing. They misunderstand. But you got to make the distinction ultimately, pure goodness from goodness. And Bhaktisiddhanta wrote a whole book about this. I wish I would have got that book. I couldn't find it in Mayapur the last time. But he wrote a book about the difference between a Vaishnava and a Brahmin. Vaishnava is Shuddha Bhakta, and a Brahmin. They didn't have that when he was there. They thought the Brahmin was even higher than a Vaishnava because Vaishnavas, they just more relaxed. They just carefree, relaxed. Brahmins are more in control. They like to control everything. Okay? But a person above the modes is may even appear to be in the modes because they're so free. Aha, noodles is this time. We got noodles. All right, and funny. Yeah. So that's the thing, and that's what we do. That's why this vibration is very high. If you come here, sadhu sangha, you'll attune to this vibration. See, and then you'll start to be in this frequency. There's no other way but this level of sadhu sangha. That's why it didn't work in the Radhakund Babajis and Narayan Raj, because there was still another level frequency below this one. It wasn't true Shuddha Bhakti. It wasn't. And proven because it didn't come out. See, this is the only proven Shuddha Bhakti Sangha I've seen because you see it working here. You see people actually, having these uncommon experiences, uncommon preaching, uncommon energy manifesting. That's how powerful Shuddha Bhakti is when it's expressed and preached in this world. And we're doing it, man. See? Shows you. Hey, man, where's that song? You can't touch this, man. No one can. No one's proved, right? They can't touch this. This is so. I'm not ashamed to tell the truth, man. No, it's true. This stuff is high vibration, man. Highest. Everything I see, it's like I feel like an eagle, like looking over everything. And you should be starting to also. You start to see, you get an eagle's eye view of the whole situation going on in the world. Okay? You see New Age stuff, you see Buddhism, you see the Hare Krishna movement, you see these gurus, you see the popes, and you definitely see what's going on in politics. Noodles, give us a word.
Maharaj, I don't have much to say, which is why I was quiet today.
You're always like that lately.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's been a constant from a couple of days, and then there is this. I don't know. I'm experiencing something which I'd wanted to talk to you about because I don't know. It's like, all right. I think it's all right. I can maybe say it on live. I don't know. It's like I'm like I've always said I've seen Lord as my father. That's there. And then these days I feel different. I'm blushing as if he's my newfound crush, and I don't know. And sometimes I go back to that father thing. I mean, like I don't have the perspective. My father is my father. My husband is
Yeah,
my husband,
yeah,
and how can I mix them up? It's not possible, isn't it? But that's something which is happening to me lately, and I'm not very
yeah.
comfortable with that. I'm just trying to figure things out. I don't know.
Because you're not chaste. That's the problem. Not chaste upon. You got an unchaste wife, honey. This is terrible.
We don't hear her that good, Guru Maharaj. Can she come a little bit closer to the mic?
Yeah, come closer to the mic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. You're an unchaste wife, Dipani. You know now. Krishna is Krishna has polluted you now. See, so now you're polluted, and
That's why I'm scared of Krishna, Maharaj. I'm scared to come to Krishna for these reasons.
yeah, he'll take everything away, even your wife.
It's like, yeah, I'm so confused, I can't make sense. It's like I've
Okay,
always.
okay. It's very easy there. In the beloved relationship, everything is included. Everything is that's the circle that encompasses everything. Sometimes Krishna it will be your father. Sometimes Krishna will be your servant. Sometimes you'll be his servant. Sometimes you'll be his mother. Sometimes he'll be like your mother. Sometimes you'll be a parent, he'll be your parent. You'll have all relationships, and that is service to the Lord. That's the conjugal level. That's why you're saying sometimes like no, that's perfect. It's going to be, you'll see all kinds of relationships. If your relationship is on the more beloved conjugal level, then it'll be all relationships, because that's encompasses everything. And the Lord, has takes service like that from the devotees. That's why the real spiritual master in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line is in the Gopi Bhav usually, because their service has to encompass everything in their bringing up their children. Krishna's their child. He becomes their friend. They become their friend as they mature, and love real develops amongst Vaishnavas, and love of God. It's just everything is in the relationship of that conjugal. And Lord Chaitanya is the only one who really brought it and popularized it. Madhavinda Puri was the only other one who was here with that relationship. And even Krishna did not preach it widely as Krishna and the gopis. They kept it around Vrindavan. But now that's coming now. I'm just seeing what's happening with the devotees here. They're getting the highest ras. That's why these poor Vaidis can't see it. It's so beyond their vision that only if they come here regularly, if somebody gets the inclination to come here regularly, and by hearing you get purified, and you'll be seeing these things and experiencing these things and relishing these things. Otherwise, there's no other way. There's no other way. You can, although you'll go and follow Narayan's path, Mirage's path, and many lifetimes, and then still you won't get it.
Mhm.
It's not gotten by any of these other ways. Only the association with devotees on that platform. It's the only practical possible way, really.
I
And so
I have
yeah. Go ahead. Go
more
ahead.
questions, Maharaj.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, like, while you're talking about it, I'm still imagining only. I don't see. I'm like feeling all that I'm feeling for when I hear to Rama songs or something. So I'm still imagining Rama, but then I know. I mean, like, he is not somebody. He's not like goes around with everybody else, isn't it? He's like Krishna. He's like only for Sita kind of a thing. So it's all. Yeah, I was just getting worked up with all that. Is it
Yeah,
even
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Is it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
rasa bas or whatever they say? I don't know
No,
what is
no, no,
happening.
no. It's no. You can have with Ram in your meditations. You can feel that, because you become like the Sita, one type thing. That's you become his beloved, right? Sita, and very chaste. It's actually the same thing with the gopis. It's just another variation. Just a second, I gotta get my plugged in here. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the same. It's a conjugal mood, even with Sita and Ram, but maybe it's just not expressed more, um, because it just wasn't expressed more. But it's still obviously a conjugal mood, because she's his wife. You know, it's just more expressed in a little more in that cheating ras with Krishna and the gopis. It appears to be a cheating thing, but it really isn't. It's just the highest expression of the absolute truth. Just a second here. It's the highest expression of the absolute truth in the conjugal ras with Krishna as an affair, because what it shows you is the devotee, even though they are married, they are more attracted to God. See, that is more expressed in that affair relationship, and that's more conclusive. Why it's the most conclusive of more than the marriage one, because in the world you can be in the world and be married and still have a conjugal relationship with Krishna, or that's the expression where that was expressed like that, shown in the world. It wasn't expressed with Ram and Sita, but it was there because it's the same idea of chastity to God. See, it's always there, but Krishna is considered the highest expression of the absolute truth. Because it was there, manifest. See? So in Lord Chaitanya, it was hidden also, but not really hidden. He would express it, a lot of these deep things he said, it's amazing actually, that the Anchalila, he would express like the gopis and everything, but he would be one person doing it, but it was like there are two there, Yeah. So anyway, maybe that helps. Maybe not, to think about a little bit. It's always
Yeah.
that same beloved there. Yeah. Go ahead, Lalita.
They were the saints when they in Ramayana as well.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj, but it takes a while before you can really get that, because we look at it with material eyes.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
really takes a while before
yeah,
you can see the transcendental side, how it really works to have those rasas. We try to understand it, yeah, but how? And then you try to explain it, but it needs to live inside of you, and that
yeah,
is after purification that it
yeah.
really happens, because otherwise it's always in the mind to have a certain idea, but it's not really like it
Well,
really is.
yeah, yeah, but you need to hear the example of how it works. It settles the mind down so you can experience. Otherwise, the confusion doesn't help. You know. So when you hear like an explanation, that clarifies the situation. It's just like the fisherman that was ecstatic, and he in the pastime of the fisherman, and he was really afraid. He was confused. He didn't know what to do. I don't know, what is this. And so Swarab Damodar preached to him. He preached to him that this is an ecstatic feeling, and this is good. This is you're very fortunate. See, like that. And then he settled down. He became, oh, okay, this is good. See, this is okay. So it settles your mind down so you can be more open and not afraid of the things.
Yeah,
'Cause
I needed to hear that it's okay, because I wasn't sure what I was running into.
Yeah, because it makes it hard, because it's like, oh, well, is this right? You need confirmation. I mean, that's why I'm with the Vedas is the highest confirmation. The Vedas and devotees experience. We got all of that there. That's why only the most choice persons that the Lord chooses, see, to come here, because I mean, some people they come in with motives, and just like they did in Vrindavan. The demons, they come into Vrindavan and they cause little troubles and all that. But that's also part of the teaching. So they come in here. Why wouldn't they? If they came to Vrindavan, why would they come in here and give a little bit of troubles? And so we have a little bit of teachings. I think it's great. That's the whole idea of the book, is for the teachings, and we have the living experiences, the Johans and Christinas, and they come in and do a little bit of their mischief and all that, you know, and then we get clear about it and help. Oh yeah, you see, that was in there, and that's where that fits. You don't want to go follow that. That's not the real path. And if you can avoid it, otherwise it's going to be you're going to get your ass kicked there. You know, you're going to be misled, stuff like that. Okay, Freddie, it's your turn. What's up? What do you got to say?
It's wonderful to hear you. I give this very nice and deep explanation on the conjugal love of Vrindavan, and whew. It just yeah. Just well, just by sitting here, and then it just happened. So if people say, "Oh my God," I'm sweating like anything. Krishna is burning the shit out of me, I think. Oh my God. Yeah, if people say that there is nothing happening here in this Sangha world, and take a close look. Oh my God. It's really amazing what is happening here in this Sangha on all levels, you know, the clarity you get, purification you get, the ecstasy you get. It's a complete path, you know. This is such amazing, and especially when you come in the stream and you interact with the devotees, that is so powerful, you know. When Krishna kicks in, you cannot do anything. You cannot speak. It's sometimes I feel like a piece of carbon, and Krishna is putting so much pressure on the carbon, and he tries to make nice diamond of you. So first you get under a lot of pressure to get all things out, and then you start to shine like a beautiful diamond. And Krishna wants to make all of us, all of us. So yeah, Krishna makes you speechless. So this is probably how sahajas look like, you know. Oh my God. And that's only possible, you know, when you come in contact with real Vaishnavas. I never experienced this in this when I was practicing Vaidhi Bhakta in the temples, and you have all these, you know, morning programs and evening programs and doing seva. It was indeed on a more external level, and a far more distant level. Yeah, you come in front of the statue, the deity, and you say your prayers to the deity, and then you also can say, okay, I'm talking to God, but then it's actually more a monologue. You have to have a dialogue. Then Krishna talks back to you, and that is the real spiritual life. The Lord reciprocates in feelings, and that's what a love relationship is all about. If you don't feel the love, then what's the use of having a relationship? You know, who wants to have a dry relationship? That nobody wants that. So but in Vaidhi Bhakti, it's most of the time it's dry, you know, it's not juicy. And if you here come into raga nuga, so the raga, yeah, you must develop these transcendental emotions, in whether it's in servitude, in friendship, in lover, with like the gopis. So the Lord provides in everything, and then especially in Vrindavan, all these emotions are included, and especially in the gopi mood, all these other emotions. Friendship is also within that, and that is the most wonderful. Krishna is the most wonderful and the most attractive Godhead. That's why he is the supreme Godhead of all Godheads. Lord Narayan in the Vaikunthas, he is the same Krishna, but he is in his four-arm form, and he has a different mood. There he acts more like a king, and the queen Lakshmi. So they are married, but yeah, Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan, he's a simple cowherd boy, and he has just fun with all these beautiful gopis, and yeah, they are so chaste that they only want to be with Krishna. That is the real chastity of the gopis. Although externally see that when Krishna goes at night to these gopis as a paramour, that seems to be, you know, like a debauchee. He's a womanizer externally, but internally it's the most chaste thing that exists, because those gopis only desire this pure love with that Krishna, and that is something really hard to understand for the world. And that's why we have this imitation in the material world. When you are married or a married couple, and then the wife or the husband goes to another man or another wife, that's the most degraded in the material world. But on a spiritual level, it's the most pure thing that exists. And these kind of things, yeah, we get now by the mercy of Srila Gaura Haridas and by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And yeah, we can participate in these wonderful lilas. And that is the importance of Sadhu Sangha. We come together here and discuss all these nice and deep spiritual topics, and they are very purifying. And yeah, that's the real life for our soul. And it's really great to be part of this journey. And the journey is, of course, with this purification, but it is just necessary to clear out all the dust from the mind and from our consciousness, and to experience your soul and your relationship with Krishna. That is so amazing and so wonderful. So thanks to our Guru that it is possible. It's only through the mercy of the Guru that you get Krishna. And first, the mercy, Krishna gives you the mercy to get the Guru, and by the Guru you get Krishna. And if you have Krishna, you have actually everything. It's beyond imagination. It's beyond imagination. Whatever you try to find in this world, you cannot compare it what Krishna can offer you.
Yeah. That's awesome there, Freddie. Yeah, you spoke volumes here today. It's great, man. Yeah, it looks like Freddie is probably a gopi type. It's just starting to come out. He seems to have that. He likes that relationship. Got him excited. Can you imagine? You see, wow, he really liked that one, that explanation. The gopi one. Are you okay with being a gopi there, Freddie?
I am okay with everything what Krishna me offers.
It's not very manly, to be a gopi. Yeah. It might ruin your image.
Now I'm still in a kind of how you call it, in a male psychology, and then it's maybe more difficult to relate to female gopi consciousness. So but whatever is happening in Vrindavan, it's super duper, and to be part of it, and whatever I am there in the spiritual world, it will be gradually revealed as we get more purified and we get more ecstasy. Then everything will be spontaneously manifested. So yeah, we are just here in the process, and everything will come according to Krishna's time. So we have to be in Sadhu Sangha, and everything will be fine, and everything will be manifested in due course.
Yeah, everything will be revealed instead of, you don't have to force it, Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to move around a little bit, man. We've been here at it for what, 3 hours? Over 3 hours. That's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. Okay, so thank you, Freddie, and that's great. It's nice to see everybody. The more you come, the more you'll get these exhilarating experiences too. Just speed up the process. Maybe Andromeda can come sometime.
Yeah. We want to see Andromeda also coming. So she was talking about she wants to have the association of real devotees, and her family members give her trouble. If she comes into the stream, then she is in this potent vibration, and then she gets fully surcharged and can handle more. The surroundings of her family. Gets her charged here in Sadhu Sangha, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it was nice to see Amy too here. I like how she responds to everything.
Yes, yeah, Amy has a real good understanding what's going on in this
Yeah.
sangha, and
Yeah.
I like that she's so very enthusiastic, and she's always protecting Gurudev, and somebody in the on Facebook, and they say something nasty about our Gurudev, and she's immediately on their case, protecting Guru, and Lalita as well, and Govinda, all devotees will stand up for their guru, and of course,
Yeah.
when you get some tomatoes or they block you, well, then that's their purification.
Yeah. Looks like we got a yes from Andromeda. She's going to come on. All
Okay,
right. Yes. That's great. Okay. So we'll see you guys later. I got to move around, walk, and we'll see you. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for coming online too. It's great. Really. Now we're working together for the company
the company.
without reservation. Okay.
Very good.